Shalom, shalom, shalom. Before I get this lesson started, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai Bahashim Rakakodash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone of whom I learned from. And shalom to the whole Israelite brothers, taking this truth to the four corners of the earth, bidding the elect spirits to the marriage supper of the Lamb, who is Yahweh Shai, that's your brother Adah. This story fucking pisses me off, bro. I absolutely, I can't fucking stand America, bro. The programming, the enchantments, the indoctrination, the cycles of bullshit, the cycles of abomination, the cycles of idolatry that we go through every time this year, starting with fucking Halloween, the beginning of football, fucking goddamn Thanksgiving and fucking Christmas and the consuming, consumptuous, lustful, consumer fucking idolatrous fucking behavior of Americans when some kind of fucking new little gimmick or fucking contraption gets released for them to buy, bro. Look at this shit with fucking Starbucks, bro. And then look at who you know. Who do you notice who it is? As far as like fucking goddamn, bro. I'm gonna let these videos play and I'm gonna get some presets. This shit's got me fucking so mad, bro.
I swear, every time that I think this country can't get any more ridiculous, y'all prove me wrong. We've got people full on sprinting through Starbucks like they're competing for a spot on the Olympic team over a bear cup. A cup, bro. A plastic cup with the face on it. Not a house, not cheaper groceries, not anything that actually helps your life. A cup. And the worst part is that people were out here acting like this cup is going to fix their whole existence. Like if they didn't get it, their year was ruined. You've got folks waking up at 4 a.m., skipping work, dragging their kids out in the cold, just to fight strangers over something that'll sit on a shelf and collect dust. Next to the last overpriced limited edition thing that they swore they needed. And I'm watching these videos like, is this really what we've become? This is the same country that tells you that you people just need to work harder. But y'all are out here throwing elbows for a cup that doesn't even come with free coffee. This is why corporations don't respect us. They know they can slap a cartoon bear on anything and half the population will lose their damn minds trying to buy it first. You're not addicted to the cup. You're addicted to the feeling of winning something. Because nothing in your life feels winnable right now. And honestly, it's embarrassing. We're drowning in bills, trying to survive, and somehow the biggest news of the week is people fighting over a cup shaped like a toddler's toy.
We got fucking ICE raids. We're at the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble. Esau, the so-called white man, is being revealed on all levels, and the target is so-called black and brown people, which are the Native American Indians, the Latinos, and the blacks, which are the house of Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel. They're trying to invade Venezuela to steal their oil by accusing them of being fucking drug cartels. They're in Nigeria. They're about to attack or go to war with Nigeria, claiming that they're killing Christians because supposedly America is a Christian nation, which the Esau can't be a Christian, and the fucking government's all Freemasons and human sex traffickers and satanic. You got fucking the air traffic controllers shut the fuck down. It's like the 36th fucking day of the fucking the government shutdown. You got workers being forced to work. 2 planes have already crashed. More planes will crash if they continue this madness. People are still trying to fucking catch planes because they're not fucking paying attention to the signs. And then you got this shit fucking happening. And look what you see. A bunch of fucking women. Careless women fighting for these goddamn cups.
You're watching people in New Jersey elbowing each other, trying to get their hands on Starbucks' newest holiday product. This is their new 20-ounce glass barista cup. It went on sale on Thursday and quickly started selling out. At some locations, people waited in long lines even before the store opened just to try to snag one. And the craze quickly turned into an online reseller's dream. Within hours, the cup, which initially was selling for $29.95, started appearing on eBay for upwards of $500. Upset customers took to social media to complain about the lack of supply.
Who do you see complaining? Not bad looking, huh? Not super hot, but definitely not hideously ugly. Decent looking women. Where are their fucking minds at, though? And these are the same women that will talk shit about men. They'll get on TikTok and talk about the matriarchy. They'll talk about the patriarchy, Salakia. They'll talk about how bad men are, how they don't need a man, how they're not going to fucking submit to a man because they have a digital man, which is this system. And the philosophies of Esau, the so-called white man, has told them they're equal to us and fucking and this and that. But look at the fucking shit they do. And they're completely mindless. They're clueless as to the state of this country and what's about to happen financially, the judgment that is coming, the plagues that are coming, the pestilences that are coming. Bro, I saw this shit and I saw one video and I just kind of was like, I got angry and then I was, wait, let me see. And I started looking at them. I was like, damn, bro, this is fucking insane.
Starbucks said in a statement to People magazine that they're sorry for the disappointment, but demand exceeded their
They're not fucking sorry. They're laughing, bro. They're looking at the demand exceeded. They're looking at the fucking data, and they're going to completely capitalize on this shit.
expectations. Starbucks also said that they're going to be launching new holiday merch soon, but until then, it's going to be the OG coffee.
And then we got to hear Edomites use words that Jacob made popular. OG. Like, just all the different levels of frustration in this, man. We got to watch Edomites. I don't claim OG, but I know what community started that word, original gangster. Ice-T had a song, Original Gangster, back in the 80s, the late 80s, on one of his motherfucking his albums. You know, that used to be a word that we used amongst Jake. Oh, he's an OG. That's an OG. Talking about, like giving homage or respect to an elder or a fucking, an older brother figure that was like a gang member or someone that you ran with in the streets. And then here we are. And many of you will hear me say this and be like, what's the weird about that? It's because literally every fucking thing that we do, these people, what you see on the screen, that race of people, they absorb it from us. And then they repeat it and use it, and they paint themselves with it, and they decorate themselves with it, and they season it. Everything that we do, they take from us, and then they bring it in. They're like a fucking parasite, and they consume it. Yet at the same time, they say we're nothing. They treat us like nothing. They speak loftily against oppression. When she said the OG, it just made me I was already fucking pissed off watching this video. And then when she finished it, when she said that part.
It's going to be the OG coffee cup.
I'll give you one more example. Watch. And we'll come back. I remember when I saw this, I would notice things like this before I woke up, and I couldn't understand why it made me so mad. There it is. Look at this. 2008. What's the name of the movie? What do you see, though? You see Edomites, right? But who coined that phrase? Who made that specific phrase, baby mama, BM? Who made it popular? We did. What does Hollywood do? They go and make a fucking funny movie. I never watched it. But that's something that we say, bro. And yet, these are the people who say we are nothing. These are the people, they look like these people. These are the people that say they're superior. Yet, every time you look up, they're gleaning, they're coming into our community, and they're taking shit, bro. And then they market it. Let's do one more. TikTok, let me see. White girl steals a dance from a black girl TikTok. Let me see. I think it was on Ellen DeGeneres. Some just little basic shit. Let me see. Brief history on stolen black TikTok. I mean, it's a thing. Who is the famous dancing girl on TikTok to that white girl that stole that dance? I mean, it's there. She got famous. She got famous on, let me see. Ellen, what the fuck is her name? Ellen DeGeneres? I can't spell her name. DeGeneres. DeGeneres. Let's see if it will. Ellen DeGeneres. So the original Renegade Jelly dances with. So then there was a stench about it, or a stink that some white girl got on Ellen DeGeneres. I can't find it. But she was on there because of a dance that she stole from a sister, a Judite girl, on TikTok. I mean, it was happening all the time, bro. Like, it's this entire system is like this. It's hazardous towards us. It's oppressive towards us, but this is our punishment, right? And we have to be on the bottom of these fucking people in this fucking system. And this is the shit. This is the shit they're fucking doing during the times that we're in.
So Starbucks just released an apology after releasing their new glass barista cup. Fights and arguments are breaking out across the country over it, apparently. When I look at it, it doesn't look like a barista cup or a bear holding a cup. One fight broke out at a Houston location and even made the local news, leaving people bloody and battered. Maybe they don't see what I see. Do you? A Starbucks spokesperson said to the New York Post, quote, "The excitement over our merchandise exceeded even our biggest expectations. Despite shipping more barista cups to coffee houses than almost any other merchandise item this holiday season, the barista cup and some other items sold out fast. We understand many
The drama over these Starbucks bear cups is absolutely insane.
That is not fair. That is not right.
These are employees of Starbucks.
You guys are not fair. Including the employees, whoever's the manager, you guys are going to stop this because you know this is wrong."
All over social media, there are viral videos popping up with people being upset that Starbucks employees cut the line to purchase these new glass bear cups.
All the Starbucks employees came and they took everything. And we were waiting in line outside.
This viral video posted by Coda D Stylist, she talks about how she and her family went to Starbucks at 3 o'clock in the morning to wait for the release of these glass barista cups that Starbucks has been advertising that they will be selling. However, as she was standing outside waiting in line, a manager came up, unlocked the front door, and allowed multiple employees to come inside and purchase their items first. By the time that she got inside, all of the bear cups were sold out. Unfortunately, this appears to be a common theme at multiple different Starbucks locations because apparently each store was...
Now that's what's starting to sound like the strategy of this whole thing. Like, this whole thing was set up like this, just so they could have this story to make it seem like, oh, it's viral. That sounds like something Esau would do in one of his boards, because they have those think tanks and shit, you know what I mean? Anyways, this fucking...
We're standing out there waiting. She must have some kind of special privilege because they just let her walk in here before everyone. I will be complaining to court.
See, and this is a bunch of women doing this goofy shit.
What
right?
do you mean that grown women are waiting in line for 2 hours in the morning to go buy a Starbucks teddy bear cup at 8 in the morning? Our over-consumerism.
Why do I have to give away my cup once I handed you the one
So
that...
now, let's get the precept. There's a few of them. Careless women. You careless women, okay? This is a judgment that's coming to women, because whenever a society gets hit, when Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua hits a society, he strikes the men. He says he's going to take the wise men out of Esau, Edom. That means he's going to put up a wall or close the door on the left hand, Alahayim, that speak to the men that are in Esau, Edom's kingdom, that give them the wisdom to rule. He's going to knock that down, and then it's going to begin the trickle effect throughout the whole society, where the men will have no mental direction. They'll have no vision. Without vision, the people perish. That works on both sides, right and left. And then as a result of the men falling down or being taken out, what's exposed? The women and the children. And so the judgment that's coming to Jacob, but it's also going to hit Esau. Look, many days. This is Isaiah 32:10. Many days. Let me go back one. Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall you be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail. What's the vintage? That goes into your provision. The gathering shall not come. What is that going into? It goes into your food chain, your food supply chain. In the past, In the ancient world, let's do this. Let's get vintage real quick. Let me see if we can find that in the Edamon. You get the vintage. Bam, harvest of grapes. So the fields, what you've sown, seed time and harvest, which is what? It's food that goes into all that, right? So the harvest is going to be, subdued, or it's going to be destroyed. So the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. So when the food supply chain is cut off, and that's what's going to happen, you guys. That's how they're going to tank America. The dollar's going to collapse. They're going to introduce the digital currency, but there's going to be a lot of starvation. There's going to be a lot of water is going to get turned off. Electricity is going to get turned off. Hygiene supplies, all that kind of shit, right? And then eventually, once Jacob's trouble really sets off, famine will set in. That's going to be one of the judgments. And women will be hit the hardest because the system that holds them up is no longer a reality anymore. All right? Tremble, ye women that are at ease. They've been at ease in America because America was established by Esau, and he put them up on a pedestal. He wrote laws to protect their wickedness, and he wrote philosophies and said that they were equal to men, right? And that they could divorce a man and do their own thing and pursue a career. So this society has created a bunch of women that are at ease because they don't need a man because they have a digital man. They have 911. Anytime they're involved with a man, whenever they get into a disagreement with that man and they don't want to listen and do some dumb shit, they fucking can call 911 and they can get another man to come protect them from the man that they're supposed to be submitted to. And when you do that for decade after decade after decade, and you have movies, indoctrinated women, where you got a bunch of movie female stars where they're independent from men. If you notice, Jane Fonda's not married. She's still alive, running around, a billionaire. She was used in so many movies to help indoctrinate women. Marilyn Monroe, Julia Roberts, all these women, all these unusual, these beautiful, attractive type females were used to spread a feministic vibration in the earth. While Esau was moving toward taking over the earth. Split the family down the middle by causing the woman to rise up against the man. And with our community, he completely took the man out of the family, or by providing welfare to our women. And then over time, women started excelling in this society, and they think it's them, just like Edomites, just like white people think that what they've accomplished is them, when it was the Most High that did that to them. Women think that they are out producing men now, but because it's what America has provided for them. And when this comes crashing down, hyper-feminism goes down with it. Isaiah 32:11, tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Look, they're fucking careless. Why? Because this is the shit that they're focused on. They're focused on dumb fucking shit.
Was standing out there waiting.
What do you mean that grown women are waiting in line for 2 hours in the morning to go buy a Starbucks teddy bear cup?
They're clueless when it comes to prophecy. Women are very intelligent when it comes to this system. They're fucking dingbats and airheads when it comes to prophecy. They don't fucking get it, man. Which proves they're not equal to a man. Because they can't hear the voice of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. They can't go into the precepts and break them down. Oh, they can sometimes outswim your ass in this society. They can get in the HR department. They can type up a fucking letter. They can get into corporate America, and all of a sudden they're a fucking big dog with that form of education. They cannot understand prophecy, you guys. And because they can't fucking understand prophecy, they don't know that this system is about to collapse in on their fucking ass. And so you see them doing stupid fucking shit like this, and OnlyFans. And getting on TikTok literally seconds before Jacob's trouble, talking about, I don't need a man, I don't need a man, I don't need a man. It's like, bitch, you're going to fucking need a man real bad here pretty soon.
Handed you the one that's the worker. Hold on, no, you can't break it.
She put my cup up, and I gave you mine.
Chaos over coffee. Fights, shouting.
So you're telling me that people have been in front of a Starbucks door since 2 a.m. this morning trying to get that glass beer cup? Since 2 a.m.? I don't think you could get me to do that if it was for free. So you're
She's fucking crazy. But look, right here. Tremble, you women that are at ease. Why, though? Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare and gird sackcloth upon your loins. This is a form of mourning. They're going to go from this carelessness.
telling me that people
They're going to go from this carelessness, this pride, this beauty, this makeup, these BBLs, these TikTok accounts that get thousands of views, hundreds of thousands of views for bashing men. All that's going away, and they're going to be mourning. They're going to be fucking sad because it's going to be all gone. You don't have no more power. Ain't going to be no more Sophie Rain. There ain't going to be no more OnlyFans. It's going to go away. Look, gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats. What's teats? That goes into your breasts. That's your governmental your provisions. That's like breast milk. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine, because it's all going to get taken away. Upon the land of my people shall come upon thorns and briars. So the Most High is coming to judge, right?
have been in front of a Starbucks.
But this shit's coming, and it's not just the women, too. He's going to take the wise men out of Esau, Edom. Look, shall I not take, I think that's Obadiah, shall I not take the wise men? The wise men, let me see. Yeah, shall I not in that day, saith Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and understanding out of the mount of Esau? Mount goes into your government rulership, and we understand that the higher up you go, you start getting into those Amalekite banking families, and they directly deal with Satan on the left-hand side. He dictates to them their every move. This is how they're able to rule, run business, establish technologies, and circle the globe and take it over. Well, Yahweh is going to pull Satan back from them. When Yahweh gives Satan the order on the left-hand side, stop talking to him, dude, they've done this every rulership. If you go into, I think it's Daniel chapter 5, when Nebuchadnezzar's son is having a party with all the wise men, that when the hand appears on the wall, you see it, bro. Daniel 5:1. You see it, right here. So look, Belteshazzar is having a feast with 1,000 of his So Belteshazzar the king made a great feast to 1,000 of his lords, and drank wine before the 1,000. Belteshazzar, while he tasted the wine, commanded to bring the golden and silver vessels, which his father Nebuchadnezzar had taken out of the temple which was in Jerusalem, that the king and his princes, his wives, and his concubines might drink therein. They did it. They drank wine and praised the gods of gold and silver. In the same hour came forth fingers of a man's hand, verse 5, and wrote over against the candlestick upon the baluster of the wall of the king's palace, and the king saw the part of the hand that wrote. 6, then the king's countenance was changed, and his thoughts troubled him, so that the joints of his loins were loosed, and his knees smote one against another. He had such a spiritual reaction to what he saw on the wall that his body went into shock, and he dislocated his joints. His joints became dislocated, bro. 7, the king cried out to bring in the astrologer. These are your wise men. Now, these are your OG. These are your real deal spiritual witches. These are the men that traffic in human blood. They can interpret, omens and fucking dark enigmas, but on the left-hand side. Why? Because the Alahayim, or the demons on the left-hand side, directly speak to these guys. This is how they're able to rule. This is how they get their edge over the other nations on the earth. Look what happens right here. Verse 7, the king cried aloud to bring in the astrologers, the Chaldeans, and the soothsayers. And the king spake and said to the wise men of Babylon, whosoever shall read this writing and show me the interpretation thereof shall be clothed with scarlet and have a chain of gold about his neck, and shall be the third ruler in the heaven or in the kingdom. So these guys wanted to do the interpretation, right? But they couldn't. Verse 8, then came in all the king's wise men, but they could not read the writing nor make known to the king the interpretation there. Why couldn't they understand it? Because the spirits on the left-hand side that were inside their bodies had already been given the order by Yahweh to keep their mouths shut, to not let them know. Why? Because he was about to bring down Babylon so that the Medes and Persians could rule. And then those same demonic spirits, those same left-handed powers that were speaking to the wise men of Babylon, were just going to move from the Babylonian race and go into the Persian and the Medes race and start giving them information until another race would come, and that would be Alexander the Great, and that would be the beginning of the Greeks, and that would be the first time white people or Edomites would start to rule. And then those spirits would leave those wise men and then transfer to those guys. They've been doing this, you guys. So then King Belteshazzar was greatly troubled, and his countenance was changed in him, and the lords were astonished because they could. So they're like, damn, we can't. Our power isn't working. Why? Because you're about to fall. And this is the same thing that's going to happen with Esau. It's already starting to happen. Verse 10. Now the queen, by reason of the words of the king, and his lords came into the banquet house, and the queen spake and said, O king, live forever. Let not thy thoughts trouble thee, nor let thy countenance be changed. Verse 11. There is a man in thy kingdom. He's a Hebrew Israelite, in whom is the spirit of the holy gods. So just like this man had a spirit of the right-handed power on him, those wise men had spirits in them too, you guys. They were just being told to shut the fuck up. And in the days of his father, light and understanding and wisdom, like the wisdom of the gods, was found in him, whom the king Nebuchadnezzar, thy father, thy king, I say, thy father made master of the magicians, astrologers, Chaldeans, and soothsayers. Verse 12, for as much as an excellent spirit and knowledge and understanding, interpreting of dreams and showing of hard sentences and dissolving of doubts. You got to understand that the government that is in rulership right now operates the same fucking way today. You guys have to understand this. The so-called white man, the Edomites, they are dabbling in all this verse 12 right here. And these spirits that speak to these white motherfuckers, these Edomites, they are being told to shut up by Yahweh Shai, because it is now time for a new rulership to begin, and we know who that is. Yahweh Shai himself is going to come to the earth and take his throne. Now, there's still some prophecies that have to play out. The MOTB, Jacob's trouble, World War III, and the redemption of the elect Israelites. But we're close, man. We're close. So Daniel rebukes him and tells him, you knew all this stuff like your father did, yet you kept acting like an asshole, and now the Most High has sent the hand and wrote on the wall, and I'm going to interpret it for you, because then the dude says, I'm going to promote you. He's like, I don't want your promotion, but I'm going to give you the interpretation anyways. Okay, so then he that's what he's saying right here. Verse 22, and thou, his son, O Belteshazzar, has not humbled thine heart, though thou knewest all this, but hast lifted up thyself against the Lord of heaven, and they have brought the vessels of his house before thee, and thou and thy lords, thy wives, and thy concubines have drunk wine in them, and thou hast praised the gods of silver and gold, of brass, iron, wood, and stone, which see not, nor hear, nor know, and the power in whose hand thy breath is, and whose are all thy ways, hast thou not glorified. It's the same today. The people who claim to be the Israelites or the Jews today are the Amalekites in the land of Israel. They never praise the Most High. They never acknowledge Yahweh. They never acknowledge Yahweh Shai. Trump never acknowledges Yahweh or Yahweh Shai. Nobody in America acknowledges Yahweh or Yahweh Shai. In fact, they blaspheme the chariots. They tell you the chariots have big-headed aliens in them. They don't tell you the truth about the chariots. They're dishonorable when they speak about them. They're blasphemous. Verse 24, then was the part of the hand sent from him, and this writing was written, and this is the writing that was written, mene, tekel, upharsin. This is the interpretation of the thing, mene. The Most High hath numbered thy kingdom and finished it, because he's the one who does that. Tekel, thou art weighed in the balance and art found wanting, because the Most High is all about balance, right, and righteous judgment. Perez, thy kingdom is divided and given to the Medes and the Persians, because the Most High sets above it the earth, who he will let rule. He's the one who sets up. He brings down kingdoms and he raises them up. Then commanded Belteshazzar, and they clothed Daniel with scarlet and put a chain of gold about his neck, and made him the proclamation concerning him that he should be the third ruler in the kingdom. Look at this. In that night was Belshazzar, the king of the Chaldeans, slain. And Darius the Median took the kingdom, being about 62 years old. So that's Three score, a score is 20, so 2, 4, 6. He was 62 years old. This median, Darius, another race of people killed this powerful king, and then the demonic spirits, the left-handed spirits that were speaking to the wise men of that race of people are now going to begin to speak to this race of people. They're not loyal to anybody. Satan's not loyal to Esau, you guys. The left-handed powers are not loyal to Esau. They've just been with them for a long time. And Yahushua is giving them orders to be quiet. And when the men begin to fall, so do the women. I said all that because the women are going to fall. And
You've never fired your weapon.
We see the state of American women, and this is including our women, but you see a lot of mainly Edomites here, but you did see that one, Jake. This is the stupid shit they're fucking concerned with, man. This is pathetic. And if you look, I got all these videos saved. There's all kinds of weirdo shit.
The controllers got...
There's all kind of weirdo shit happening.
90% of one payment, 80 to 90% of one payment.
No, the easiest way to fund SNAP is for the administration to do exactly what is done.
You're looking at massive lines at Houston's main airport.
These problems are going to continue to get worse, right? Venezuela, fucking the war with Venezuela, with Russia and China, fucking and over in Africa. Dude, there's so much drama going on. And this was a really good. If you guys, Zachariala, this gentleman right here, bro, he's one of the, I can't remember what GMS camp he's out of. This lesson, this right here, nigga, this right here, bro, he goes in, bro. God, this man, bro, he's done quite a few really powerful lessons that I really appreciated. Yeah, man, I had to speak, sir. He did such an, man, this was one of them scary lessons, bro. Like a freaking, like a really excellent nightmarish movie, man. His voice, bro, he's like an alarm, bro. Just doing an excellent job harping out the prophecies but I was gripped. I was like, man, bro. Whew, it's a good lesson right here.
Lord Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, V'chak This is your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Come with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord, willing to be edifying to the Lord's elect. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Most.
I strongly suggest if you guys see this lesson, if you have TikTok, I think I'm subscribed to him on YouTube, but I think I've listened to more of his lessons on TikTok than I have ever listened to him on YouTube. And so this is just where I get blessed by him here. But check out his page, man. You will be edified. But all this crazy shit that's happening.
Fresh bottle. I prefer to use a
all this
I swear, every time that I think
all this crazy stuff happening, man, and what are women doing? Fighting over fucking teddy bear, fucking glass coffee cups, right?
You're watching people in New Jersey elbowing each other, trying to get their hands on Starbucks' newest holiday product. This is their new 20-ounce glass barista cup. It went on.
And so if they want to talk about cups, we got a cup for their ass. And this is the cup that's coming to America because it's coming to Esau. Lamentations. You already know where I'm going. Look at this. So Lamentations 4, I'm going to end it with this. Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup. You want a cup?
Sale on Thursday.
You want a cup? This is the cup you're going to get. And you're going to drink this. It's not going to be coffee. You're going to drink judgment. Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. Verse 22, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. So as we are coming out of our slavery, our captivity, the curses, being on the bottom, being infamous, being the gossip of the town, as we are being cleaned up and taken out of our state of madness, and we're going to be brought into rulership with Yahushai, because Yahushai is the one that's going to bring it, and he's the one that's going to save us from this. He's going to bring Esau into the dungeon. He's going to force Esau to drink that cup. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. And we know that also Esau is the end of the world. And that's also, this is a perfect match with Lamentations 4, 20, and 21. And this is it condensed. For Esau is the end of the world. It's 2 Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, end of that rulership. And Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. And then the new rulership, just like you saw in Daniel chapter 5, where the Babylonians get beat by the Medes and a whole new race of people begins to rule. Well, what happened with that rulership? After they were done ruling, Alexander the Great came and beat them. So a whole new race of people begin to rule, you guys. And that group of people, for the most part, has been in rulership all the way up until now, except for that 1,000-year break they took, where they were put in the penalty box like a hockey player, and they weren't allowed to do anything. And Jake that had discontinued from their heritage, Israelites, we were going by different names. We were in positions of rulership all over the earth, but we weren't serving Yahweh while Yahweh was shy. And we really didn't know who we were. We had become different we had become different identities, like the Moors, the Vikings. We were all these things, man. But those were Hebrew Israelites. They weren't black people. They were the Hebrew Israelites. We were scattered. We're the sons of God. So we take our abilities, our salt, our power, wherever we go. We're the strongest of all the nations, man. People think that we're weak. We're not. We're on the bottom, and we're the talk of the world, you guys. What happens, you think, when the Most High begins to restore us again, and the chariots begin to back us up and fight for us, for the elect, because we're faithful again to Yahweh? That's the perks. That's the benefits of being the wife of the Most High. Is you get the protection of all the guards. You get the protection of the armies, of the host of Yahweh, but you got to be his wife. And we're the only nation he married. And we went off and we were playing the harlot. We were being whorish and adulterous. And the punishment that he has placed us under is a just punishment for that type of behavior. No man wants to come home to his wife sleeping with another man, bro. It's the fucking worst, bro. And he likens us unto a comely woman. So we understand that. We accept it. We declare it, man. We cheated. We were dishonorable, disrespectful, and he violently, jealously, beat us in the form of slavery, and now he's restoring us again. And we're coming out of this, and we want out of this crazy fucking rulership. America fucking sucks, man. Being underneath Esau's rulership sucks. We deserve being here, but the prophecy says Yahweh Shai is going to get us out, man. So I feel better now at the end of this lesson. I was pissed off when I started this motherfucker. I was like, what the fuck is going on, man? Why? You get pissed off when you see this shit, man. So you know what happened? I feel comforted now because I was reading the precepts. That's what made me feel better. It wasn't
drama.
This dumb shit. It was reading the precepts that began to make me feel better. So now I'm in the spirit again. I was mad 45 minutes ago. 38 minutes ago when I started this. I feel a lot better now. Declaring these precepts, man. But I pray that this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakdash, and double honor to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone, who I learned from, and a shalom to the hope of the elect, taking us truth to the four corners of the earth, bidding the elect spirits of the Yasharah to the marriage supper of the Lamb, who is our King. Yahweh Shai, we love you, Yahweh Shai. This is your brother Radah. Shalom.